you people really gonna force me to have this conversation about Nia Long and Ime Udoka? Are you gonna force me to have to talk to you people about this situation? You know what? I must be the man for the job, because I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna start clearly, squarely, in the corner of the two married women who are being discussed very little by the media, by the radical feminists, by the male Negro feminists, but yep, y'all too. Y'all apologizing, male Negro feminists, apologizing for stuff all the time, apologizing for your manhood, you emasculate set of little hobbits running around, skimpering around. Every time something happens to a man, you fly into your feminine self, decreeing that you're not like that. Yes, we were talking about you too. I've come for all of y'all. I've come for the whole lot of you. That's what I've come for. Now, let me begin with this. Apparently, even what we think we know right now, this story is uglier. Much uglier. According to certain media sources, formerly basketball players, Matt Barnes specifically, he said he was advocating for Ime Udoka, meaning he was like, how can a brother get fired for slapping a couple chicks? I don't mean slapping, physically slapping, but we know the terminology. Having sex with a couple of married women who came for him. Because he's a young 40-something-year-old guy, looking good, millionaire, on the come-up. And they've decided to abandon their matrimonial bed. And I'm speaking like the Pastor Gino Jennings. Abandon their matrimonial bed and open their legs for the first Negro that they could see. Yeah, they did that. They came for him. Absolutely. He's not running down these women. But, like I said, according to Matt Barnes, there's much more than meets the eye in this scenario. So I do have to hold my peace, because much more might come to light. But what I understand, and what we understand currently, most of us, is that there was a relationship going on between him and these two other people, women, and it got released. It got out. And apparently what took place was they said he had said something inappropriate. Now, how are you going to say something inappropriate to the woman you're already sleeping with? And that caused, I don't even understand it. But, somehow it went left. The people found out about it because, you got sneaky links in the workplace. People talk, people see stuff. People read over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? People smell your cologne on her and her perfume on him and all kind of thing. So it got out. And, got out. Brother got out. Now, but that's not what you're all talking about. You're not talking about these married heifers, okay? Running down this poor black man. They've got the power of their husband's offices in there. One of them is her husband's an exec. She probably, saying, I'm going to make sure my husband extends your contract. I'm going to make sure that they give you a sweet deal. Come on now, just come on and give me some of that chocolate thunder. All right? Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the fact that he probably was victimized. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact of this gentleman's long engagement to his baby mama, because she's his baby mama, Nia Long. Nia Long now has become the heroine of black women everywhere, showing pictures of her when she's in her 20s, talking about how could you cheat on this beautiful black woman, Nia Long. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? I am not taking anything away from Nia, not taking anything away from how she looks, her level of attractiveness, right? Regardless of whether or not she's 5'1" and kind of built like the letter D these days, okay? SpongeBob, she's got a little SpongeBob SquarePants in her, and a lot of SpongeBob SquarePants. We haven't seen Nia wear a pair of jeans in a long time. Now, that's neither here nor there, because a woman past her 50s, she's gone through life. She has the right to, look a few ways. She's had a child, it's okay. No problem. No, I have no issue with Nia Long looking like SpongeBob SquarePants. Let's understand. She looks more like SpongeBob SquarePants than she looks like 20-year-old Nia Long. Okay? Let's get that straight. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not having an issue with that. It's 50-something-year-old woman with a 45-year-old guy. You know, she should count her blessings. Personally, she's his baby mama. No problem. Got it. You're about 10 years older than that dude. Woof. Good for you, right? But what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now is we're not going to overlook the fact that this young lady, who's not so young anymore, you know, is in a situation where she's the cougar. She's the cougar. And the young cougar, growl as you might, okay? The older cougar, growl as you might, is dealing with a young cat on these streets. Young, hot cat. Young, good-looking Nigerian, American, multi-millionaire-looking man. And Nia, I'm sorry, but things happen sometimes. But you have to protect your man. Listen, you knew these heifers were sniffing around your husband. You've gone to functions and you've seen how they would bat their eyes at him and he gave that little extra smile and, you know, they grab his arm to get a little flex going. You've seen it. You've seen it. So let's not get out of hand here. Okay? You've got some hot man candy out here. Okay? And he's got these women throwing themselves at him with husbands in positions of power over him. Okay? Listen, I'm feeling like the sunken place is going on. That's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like a Get Out movie. That's what I'm feeling like. So let's not go crazy. Okay? The young man went and apologized. Don't know why, but he went and apologized. Said, you know, he let down his family, let down his organization. He's sorry about all this, blah blah blah. And then they suspended him for a year. Now this is a very interesting turn of events. Why suspend him for a year? What does that mean? Are you just trying to hold on to his money? Like, why don't you just sack him? Because I think they understand the ramifications of just firing a guy for having consensual wookie with other individuals in the company, wives. You know, that's dicey. That's a little dicey now. Still dicey. And then they're saying, according to Matt Barnes, that this thing is a much more messy thing than we all realize. I don't know if somebody's pregnant. Might be. Could be. Could be somebody's pregnant. Could be somebody's pregnant. Could be. But, you know, at the end of the day, a guy should not get fired for this. I'm sorry. And I know a lot of you ladies, you think that, you know, the thing that the sweet cha-cha, you think that it came down from heaven and we are supposed to bow down and worship it. But I'll tell you right now, it's not worth a $6 million a year job. No, it ain't. And he didn't jeopardize his job by sleeping with a couple of married women. No, he didn't. They jeopardized their marriage, but he's not jeopardizing his job because guess what? When we go look at the LGBTQ community, nobody polices their sexuality. Those folks can sleep with everybody. They can sleep with everybody. Talk about their relationship. Talk about the children they're adopting and the whatever. But heterosexual men who are being pursued by not only cougars who want them to be their baby fathers, because, you know, that's just a thing right now. These cougars want babies. I don't understand it. But they're also in a situation where, you know, the guy's co-workers' wives were running him down. Listen, I think, you know what, and these guys, you male, I call them male Negro feminists. You male Negro feminists who are out here doing an apology tour. Well, you know, as an HR professional, I'm going to share this to the group. You're going to know who he is. I can call it your name. Well, as an HR professional, I'd like to say that, you know, workplaces are getting very strict with fraternization. Man, shut up. Okay? Shut yourself up and go sit down somewhere. A workplace can say anything they blasted want. You know how many times I go to places and people are married in the same workplace? Huh? banks, schools, right? Places where it's clearly a conflict of interest for spouses to be working there. Don't tell me nonsense. Listen, again, the LGBTQ and all the other letters that represent them community, they have no issue having sexual intercourse with anybody on the alphabet list who works at the job all the time. But the minute that a heterosexual man dares even look at a woman and she feels somewhat uncomfortable, oh my gosh, immediately this guy's sacked. He's sacked. They sack him right away. Now this dude, he's going beyond the call of duty now. Like not one, but two, bro. Hey, well, listen, doesn't matter. They're coming for him. They were coming for him. And let's just be real. He's not married to Nia Long. Nia Long's not married. Nia Long's a baby mama. He asked Nia Long, apparently, to be married, and she refused. She didn't want to be married, what I've heard. She's not interested in marriage. Well, you must be interested in taking a horn. That's what you're interested in. Because if you're not interested in marrying the guy, guess what? He can do what he likes. And this is my point. Took me a while to get here, but I'm here now. A single man, that's what he is. Nia Long, don't call your fiance. How your fiance from 2015? Listen, when is the wedding? She don't want to be married. Stop calling the woman fiance. She's his baby mom's. Period. She don't want to be married, okay? And in my opinion, it's not cheating because he's single. He's a single dude with a baby mom. Period. I don't care if he lives with her. I don't care about nothing. Nia Long don't want to marry him. Well, guess what? The man can go do his business. He can go do his business. He is a perfect, and he's with his legal rights to have consensual relationships with anybody who wants to consent with him, right? All your secular people, you guys now. It's very interesting how secular people get morals. Y'all don't have no morals for nothing else. You don't have no morals for abortion. You don't have no morals for alternative relationships. You don't have no morals for going to war. But all of a sudden, when a heterosexual man has consensual sex with a woman, and she screams foul, or the media screams foul, or somebody screams foul, oh my gosh, it's such a terrible tragedy. It's such an ethical dilemma. I can't take it. Shut the hell up. I'm here to let you know, you're a bunch of fakers, okay? Stop cherry picking morality. You either have some or you don't, and most of you don't. Most of you have none. So stop this, because the only time most of you clowns, and I'll call you that, with a big red nose, have any level of any level of moral fiber is when it comes to heterosexual men's sexuality and the fragileness of the woman's mentality. Oh my gosh, he was cheating. He's cheated on her. Oh my gosh, he's broken her sacred trust. Shut the hell up about break her sacred trust. You gal them will break up with a man over nothing. You will say, "Oh, you've got to live your best life. You've got to do it for yourself. You've got to live and enjoy life, and you can't let anything get you to all these stupid things y'all say to get out of relationships." But the second a dude who's not married, whose baby mom didn't want to be married, who's been they're coming for him, all of a sudden this guy deserves to get his multi-million-dollar job taken away, and all of you are flying to the rescue of 55-year-old SpongeBob SquarePants Nia Long. Get out of my sight. I'm tired of hearing it. You're not consistent. It's not that I'm endorsing him. It's the fact that you folks who are criticizing him are not consistent. And I'm not here to fan the flames of a YouTube movement. I'm not here to fan the flames of the new radical feminist movement. But listen, men are allowed to have consensual sex with anyone they want. And you moral individuals who are on that side of secularity, who will have sex with anybody outside of wedlock anyway, come on. You guys are not champions of morality. You guys are not abstinent, telling your children and your daughters and sons, wait till you get married, little Jimmy. Little Susie, wait till you get married. Just keep your strength. come to church and pray. You guys are not doing that. So don't cherry pick your little morality. When this guy, who's a grown man, was having sex with married women, why don't you guys go after those married women? Put their faces on oh no, but he's a role model. He should know better. How come these married women shouldn't know better? How come they don't know better? But this brother should know better. He's the only one who should know better. But these raggedy broads who are cheating on their husbands, they should know better. They got multi-million-dollar husbands and they're still cheating. You know what? Talk about them. Talk about a multi-millionaire cougar who is sleeping with a Nigerian coach who her husband probably has more money than him. Talk about her. Talk about her inability to be pleased, to be comforted. How come you're not marrying a man who moves you sexually? Why are you running behind this 40-some-odd-year-old basketball coach? Talk about that. That's my time. 16 minutes flat. I ranted, but I felt good. It's my birthday too. Yeah. I'm out.